Yeah, we're up.
Okay. So we are primarily going to cover synthetics protocol today. Synthetics is also an exchange which allows you to create and trade synthetics, which works on the Ethereum network. So primarily it is on the Ethereum network, but it's a protocol that is created to be able to create synthetic assets. Synthetic assets can be the same tokens, crypto tokens, coins, or they can be stocks, or they can be gold, or any commodities. So Synthetics Exchange currently has a few of the digital tokens converted into synthetics. They also have Tesla, they have Apple, and a few other stocks. And they can pretty much convert anything into synthetics that has demand and that people want to trade on Synthetics Exchange.
Sir, is this
So
something like Mirror, sir? Like Mirror protocol?
exactly, almost, yeah. I think it's the same thing. Mirror is operating on Terra network, I think, right?
Yeah,
Sai?
answer. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So Mirror is on the Terra network, doing more or less similar functionality. Synthetics is doing it on the mainnet
Ethereum.
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 Yeah. So that
Mhm.
is the main primary difference. So I have not studied Mirror deeply, but I've been using synthetics and, you know, uh, probably you can compare. At some point, I will spend some time on Mirror. The reason I have not spent time on Mirror is I'm already fed up of using multiple blockchains. I don't know. So I'm already using Ethereum. I'm using Polygon. I'm using Binance. Binance I minimized. Now I'm only on Ethereum and Polygon. Polygon I have to because I have a business connection and we are building apps on Polygon. So I cannot escape that. We also have a validator node on Polygon, as I told you before. So we have some, connection with that. So I have to operate on Polygon. So I'm trying to limit it to Ethereum and Polygon networks because it becomes so difficult. Otherwise, you have assets lying all over on different networks. Each wallet is different, and when you move from one to the other, you have to go through the bridge. And already we have so many wallets on Ethereum network itself, right? And then when
Yeah,
you go to another network, you'll be replicating the same number of
absolutely.
wallets on that. So I try to minimize, and I'm waiting for the gas costs to come down. And since generally I try to do transactions at a higher level, I'm able to absorb the gas cost. But for people, buying $500, $1,000, it is tough on Ethereum network, right? So you end up spending $70, $80 on gas sometimes, which is ridiculous. But if you watch, sometimes you may be able to do the same thing at $20, $15, and it's never going below that nowadays. A regular transaction. You can move from one wallet to the other for much lower than that, but if you want to do staking and things like that, which are a little complex, it costs minimum $25, $30. So anyway, let's jump into synthetics. I wanted to show you. Uh, thought I already had it loaded. Where did it go? Okay. I'll share my screen soon. Right now, I'm sharing. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how do I close this fellow? Yeah. Okay. So the way Synthetics works is Synthetics is a token, right? Synthetics is the utility token for the Synthetics Exchange, SNX. Okay. So when you buy Synthetics, which let's say currently $8, $10, whatever that number is, the main idea behind that Synthetics is they want to use that Synthetics asset that you spent money and bought And if you stake that, they will mint 25% worth of synthetic dollar, synthetic SUSD. SUSD is synthetic USD stable coin, right? It's always $1. It's like pegged to USD or USDC, whatever. So the purpose of doing that is they want to create an asset which is highly collateralized. Let's say you have $10,000 worth of synthetics in your wallet. You go to this site, staking.synthetics.io, and you have the options to stake. What it does is it locks your synthetics so you cannot sell anymore, right? It still stays in your wallet. You've connected your wallet, okay? And then when you connect your wallet, it automatically sees how much synthetics you have, right? So it will take that and lock it in. And it will mint 25%, or you can mint less than that if you want, but up to 25% of the total value you can mint. So in my case, if you see, I have staked $47,000 worth of synthetics. The collateralization ratio is showing less now because when I minted, the synthetics was at a higher value. Now I went below the required collateralization ratio. I'll come to that, what happens when it goes below the collateralization ratio. I minted 15,000. So basically I minted when the total value of my synthetics was $60,000, right? It minted 15,000. So it created what is called an active debt. So when it mints and gives you that, it gives you that as debt because your synthetics tokens are still in your wallet. So you have not sold, you have not done anything. Basically, you are borrowing SUSD, which is 1/4 of the value. So, and why they created SUSD is they want to take that SUSD and they can create any synthetic asset using that as with one-to-one, right? For example, if you want to buy Tesla stock, they'll take, if Tesla is selling at $700 today, they will take 700 SUSD from you and mint one S Tesla. Okay. It is really not Tesla stock. It is a derivative. It is tracking Tesla price, right? So if Tesla is $700, it uses up 700 cents. If Tesla price goes up to $1,000, you actually gave only 700 synthetic cents. It needs 300 more cents, right? Where do they get that from? So what they do is when several of the people that are staking synthetics have created this debt pool, right? So I created a $15,000 SUSD. It's in my debt pool. Another Haridas could put another 15,000. So million people can put million, whatever. So ultimately, 100 million, 200 million, I'll show you the statistics also currently, how much is locked in, right? So let's say 100 million worth of synthetic SUSD has been minted by everybody in the pool. They can issue 100 million worth of synthetic assets at the value at that point, right? And some of that is used for Tesla, some of that is used for Apple, some of that is used for SBTC. You can mint any synthetic asset. You can mint SBTC, ETH, S whatever, right? So up to $100 million worth only they can do because that is what is available in the pool. When the value of all these stocks goes up, for example, market is going up, the value of all these stocks goes up, this debt pool has to match that number, right? So they mint additional SUSD because originally there was 100 million, the stocks, all the synthetic assets value went up to 120 million. They have to mint another $20 million worth of SUSD and they make everybody in the pool responsible for that additional debt. You got what I'm saying? So even though I borrowed 15,000, if all the synthetics assets sitting the way they go up in value, I have to bear the brunt of that. So my value in the pool, my debt value in the pool also increases to that extent.
Yeah. Sir,
I may end up
So, more or less, minting is like a short position, right? So you are
Yeah,
it is opposite of investing. It is like being a short.
correct,
So
correct.
the more people make money on the synthetics, the burden will be on the people like
On
who
the
did
people, yeah, who are
minter
shorting. Yeah,
minters.
correct. Yeah, correct. Exactly. But what happens in the normal world, it is supposed to balance out, right? Because I have been staking for quite some time. My debt has not increased. Sometimes the debt decreases. If the market goes down, let's say all the synthetic assets value go down, goes down, my debt will reduce. At that time, if I want to exit, I have to pay a lesser value for my debt and I exit, right?
Yeah, that is a
And
profit.
if yeah, that's the profit. So for taking this risk, what are they giving you? Because you are taking this risk, they are giving you additional SNX in the staking pool, up to 25 or 30% APR. Okay. So for every staked synthetics, every week you get 25% minimum up to 30%. Sometimes it varies. It depends on other factors. On an average, you get up to minimum 25% staking return on your synthetics.
That is
Okay, that's number one.
annual 25% divided by 52.
Annualized
Yeah,
25%
yeah,
divided by
52.
52. Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and every week you can go and claim that, right?
you're right. Yeah.
At the time of claiming, though, this is how they control. If I am sitting at less than 400% collateralization ratio, they don't let me claim, right? So what options do you have? Either I skip, I don't claim, I lose my reward, or I can add more SNX, so my collateralization ratio comes to 400,
Okay.
or I can burn some of my SUSD. If I have not done anything with my SUSD that I minted previously, right? If my SUSD is sitting in my wallet, I have to burn some of that so that my collateralization ratio comes to 400, and then I can, um, get my reward for
తెలుగు
that week.
తెలుగు భాష చెప్పాలంటే జస్ట్ అప్పు తగ్గించుకోవాలి. బర్నింగ్ అంటే జస్ట్ అప్పు తగ్గించుకోవటం.
Yeah, up that is correct. You have to pay back that much up. Okay. So burning means basically you have to pay back. Okay. So this is a weekly game you have to pay. That is why this is not for novice people. You have to be a crypto player. You have to understand all this. You should not forget every week you should go. They'll give you 2 days time to claim. So between Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, you have to claim that. And I think if you miss once, they'll let you claim, but if you miss twice, they don't. Okay.
Oh, this
So
is
that is the
new. This is new, sir. I mean, mirror protocol, you don't have to claim it. Like they claim you, even if you don't
no.
claim it.
Here it is. Here they make you do that because this collateralization business is there, right? They want to make sure you are following this carefully and you're making sure you're refilling this to reach your collateralization ratio, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So that is the funda. In addition to that, you also get
Sir, let me
uh,
ask me one more question. I think this is only for minted stuff. Mint చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే this is applicable, right? Like you have to claim it only when you mint something. Not stake చేస్తే కాదు. Like you staked it.
no, staking, when you stake, you are actually minting automatically. That is how the staking works here. When you stake SNX, that means you are actually minting 25% worth of SUSD. Okay. So
Okay.
there is no other staking here.
Go.
That's, you are talking about a different governance
Oh yeah,
thing that is
governance.
different. I'll come to that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Governance is different.
Okay.
Okay. Here this is yield, staking for yield. Okay.
Okay.
Staking for yield is different from staking for governance.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
like Sai, I think we are in the mirror protocol. We were staking for governance. We were not staking for.
Yeah,
Like there is an option to mint and burn, so we were not doing that.
yeah,
Yeah. Possible. Possible. I'm not very familiar with the
yeah.
mirror.
Hmm.
So in addition to getting your 25% reward on SNX, you also get a transaction fee on all the synthetics traded. So that comes in the form of SUSD. Okay. So for example, when I go and check here, where is my earn? if I go check here, I have earned, it shows somewhere, lifetime I have earned so much rewards that I've been staking. And the Synthetix estimated APR currently is 25.33%, right? And my staked balance is this. Total value locked is 999 million, meaning $1 billion worth of Synthetix has been staked. Okay. And which means 250 million SUSD is minted. That means Synthetix assets worth that much through the staking is created, but there are other ways to create Synthetix assets. I'll come to that later. So I have a claimable 18, which is my reward, which I can claim, but provided I reach my collateralization ratio, right?
Okay.
So I have 1 day, 5 hours left to claim it.
Sir, I have a question. So, do you have any control on the debt that is created? Do you have any control on what is minted, what stocks are minted, or is it?
No, we don't control that. We don't control it. It goes by market demand and whatever they identify. The Synthetix team identifies which they basically identify stocks that are very have good volume, right? Which
So
people are interested.
if the stocks go up, then your C ratio goes down, and that's how you you are more in debt to them.
More in debt, correct? Yeah. If the stock value goes up, not just stock, all the Synthetix assets that you created, it can be gold, it can be stock, it can be Bitcoin, it can be Ethereum. They have a lot of synthetic assets, right? So I can show you that if you go to Synthetix exchange, Synthetix dot exchange. So this is the Synthetix exchange. You can start trading there, right? So these are all the assets you can see. You're seeing you can trade oil too, oil, Ethereum, BNB, whatever, blah blah blah, and inverse also. Like there is I. Whenever there is I, it is inverse asset. You guys know about inverse?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So they have the inverse and all that stuff as well. So okay, so that's the Synthetix exchange. So okay, so this is how the staking works. So you basically get your SNX staked, you mint SUSD, and then you are becoming part of the debt pool. You are earning SNX staking rewards. You are also earning part of the transaction fee in the form of SUSD for all the transactions on the SNX exchange. But you are taking the risk of upward or downward movement of the overall market for the Synthetix created. So in order to beat that, what do you want to do with the SUSD that you created?
Invest in Tesla.
Yeah, you invest that in the same assets, or you invest that in assets that move with the same market, right? So you are hedging your position, meaning if the market goes up, your SUSD also is giving you more yield. If market goes down, it gives you less yield, whatever. So in that sense, if you invest that same SUSD that you borrowed in a wise way, you are hedging your problem of you're solving the problem of taking a risk on the loan pool, right?
Okay.
So because you are moving with the market in the same direction that Synthetix assets are moving. So the market goes up, you have gained more. Your market goes down, you gain less. So you are able to pay back your loan at any point by selling those assets, if at all you want to pay, right? So the benefit here is you took care of the upward or downward movement by investing your SUSD, but you are in the net gain for 25% return on SNX.
Okay, got it.
Right? So that you are always getting. And when people make the mistake of not investing that SUSD they minted, if they just keep it in their wallet, they're making a big mistake, right?
Yep.
So that is why I have created a fund, hedge fund. Okay. So decentralized hedge fund. So decentralized hedge fund I have created called, where is my It's right here. Getting trouble for me to add one more. Your screen sharing thing is coming on the way. Okay, let me stop sharing for a minute so I can, because whenever I take my cursor there, it is. Okay, so now let me share again. Okay, so there is a protocol called dhedge. Okay, dhedge.org. You guys can go there and check that out. dhedge.org is a protocol on Ethereum mainnet, leveraging synthetics assets that lets you build a fund. You can build a fund for yourself. You can build a fund for others to invest, whatever, right? So you can pick several assets to build this fund that include any synthetics that are available on the synthetics exchange, right? So only synthetics. You cannot buy a regular BTC. You cannot buy a regular ETH. You will buy SBTC, SETH, S Tesla, S whatever. Everything synthetics you can build into your fund, right? So I will show you the fund I have created. So when you go to explore, I created the fund with the name PR Synth, PR for my name and Synth for synthetics and fund 1. Okay. After I created my fund lost 16% value because market went down in the last few days, right? I invested $10,500. It's now showing 8,900. So if you go down, you will see my fund.
Yeah.
I created on July 10th, right? I lost whatever because of the market. So this token, it created, my fund has a token which is SSynth, whatever. This is the name of my fund, right? This is also a token which I created. It's a ERC20 token. But it has underlying tokens of, you read my fund strategy. My fund has the top 5 blockchain fund. It's a top 5 blockchain fund actively managed for optimal performance with a target to maintain 25% in ETH, 25% in 20% in BTC, 15% in ADA, 15% in BNB, 15% in DOT, and I leave 5% in stable coins, which is SUSD itself, to help periodic rebalancing and also to capture any sudden buying opportunity in any of the above 5 token coins, right? So investors can join this fund with SUSD. So that is the key. Why SUSD? Because you minted, you want to make money on the synthetics exchange by staking synthetics. So you minted SUSD. What do you want to do with SUSD? Instead of you figuring out where to invest, you come to dhedge. Whether you invest in my fund or there are several other funds available on dhedge, right? You figure out what is the best fund for you, you can invest in that. Everybody has his own strategy. So mine, I have my own strategy. So I'll come to more details on dhedge, but let me finish how my fund situation is here. And so there are multiple ways to get SUSD. I explained to you one method of staking your SNX and getting SUSD, right? But if somebody is not interested in staking SNX, he can still invest in my fund by just going and buying SUSD from any decentralized exchange. You can get SUSD, you can exchange USDC with SUSD on Uniswap, SushiSwap, or it's available everywhere, right? So that's another way. Another way is where we talked about going back to synthetics here. you can also borrow from synthetics by lending ETH. There the collateralization ratio required is 1.5 for ETH borrowing. So you give $1,000 worth of ETH or $1,500 worth of ETH, you can borrow 1,000 SUSD, right? So it's a simple borrowing. It is nothing to do with staking or whatever. And if it goes below one-time collateral, they will automatically liquidate it also. So you have to be careful. You don't want to borrow too much, right? And so, like for example, if I want to borrow, I think I have some ETH in my wallet. So let's see what I have. I have 2 ETH. So if I put 2 ETH, I can see how much I can borrow. I can borrow, let's say 2,000. Let's say 1,000. If I borrow 1,000, it's 391% collateral. So I can borrow actually even more than that. I can say I borrow 3,000. So I'm going under. So 3,000 it doesn't let me borrow. I borrow 2,000. Yeah, it's okay. So 2,300 or something I can borrow, or even 2,500. 156. Yeah. So I can borrow. It shows green if you are within the collateralization ratio. Above that it doesn't. So with 2 ETH I have in my wallet, I can borrow 2,500 SUSD and then invest in my thing as well, right? So, so let me. Any questions there? Yeah. So going back to my fund here. So I have, based on the criteria I have defined, I have these percentages, but because of the market values changing, it doesn't stay where I want it, right? I am targeting 25% Ethereum, but it went up to 2, because of the relative values changing, right? Market prices are changing. So it keeps changing. So if I think something has changed rapidly, like for example, Binance crashes down to $100, right? I'll get an opportunity to buy Binance. So I can rebalance. I can sell something or put in Binance, but instead of selling, I'm maintaining 5-6% in USD itself. So I can use this to top up any of these 5 assets, right?
Got it.
So yeah, and my fund has an exit fee of 5% on performance, not an exit fee. It is a 5% on the performance, meaning on the net gain. When you are exiting, you get you lose 5% on the gain, not on the original capital that you invested. And the other thing you need to know is when you exit, you don't get SUSD back. When you exit, you get your share of these tokens. Whatever is in the wallet. If you are a 5% owner of the total or 10% owner of the total, you get 10% of all these individual tokens in your wallet. And of course, there is associated gas fee at that point. But when you are entering through SUSD, so there is a gas fee just for that one transaction, one token. And only when exiting, you have that problem, right? So this is the reason I have used the synthetics exchange and
సార్ ఒకసారి
D-Hedge
అది
to
ఒకటి
trade.
ఎగ్జిట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు 5% అది ఓకే, ఫీజ్ ఓకే, కానీ గెయిన్స్ దేనిలో వస్తాయి సార్? గెయిన్స్ అనేది ఇథీరియం ఎంత పెరిగితే అంత ఇథీరియం, బిట్కాయిన్ ఎంత
Correct.
పెరిగితే అంత.
So yeah, these are all synthetic assets: Ethereum, BTC, DOT, and BNB. I mean, but they are tracking. The price is tracking the actual assets, right? So that is where the Oracle comes into picture. How they are tracking the price? They are using Chainlink.
Yeah.
So Chainlink is feeding the price always. So there is always a 1-to-1. If ETH goes up, SEL goes up. If BTC goes up, and all these are minted tokens on this exchange, and they are minted only to the exchange to the extent you have synthetic SUSD available in the debt pool. That's what I explained, right? So, and synthetics in the debt pool as well as when you borrowed from the by using ETH, whatever, by using ETH, right? So here the other advantage is when you are trading on synthetics exchange, there is no slippage. You understand slippage, right?
Right.
Because it is synthetics asset. The synthetics asset, they are, basically minting their own assets, right? If there is not enough available, they'll mint.
Mm.
So based on what is available in the pool, they increase the pool and mint. If more people are wanting synthetics asset, they increase the debt pool and make everybody equally responsible for it and mint more assets, right?
సార్ ఇక్కడ ఎప్పుడు
So
ప్రీమియం ప్రైస్కి అమ్మరా? లైక్ టెస్లా ఉంది, టెస్లా ఎంత ఒరకల్ గివ్స్ ద ఒరకల్ ద్వారా ప్రైస్ ప్రొడిక్షన్ ఉంటుంది, కానీ
yeah,
ఆఫ్ మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్ యాక్చువల్ ప్రైస్ ఉండదు, మార్కెట్ ఇస్ డౌన్. సో జనరల్గా
yeah.
మిర్రర్ ప్రోటోకాల్ ఏం చేస్తా అంటే 5% ఎంతో ప్రీమియం ప్రైస్కి అమ్ముతుంది సింథటిక్స్ని.
No. This here they just use whatever chain link Oracle suggests as the price real time.
మరి ఆఫ్ అవర్స్ ఏం
So there
చేస్తారు
is
సార్?
no
ఆఫ్ అవర్స్ ఎలా ఆపరేట్ చేస్తారు? ఆఫ్ అవర్స్ దర్ ఇస్ నో మార్కెట్, రైట్?
half hours is when there is no market. Probably it will take whatever was the last closing price. I'm assuming. I don't think they use the futures or whatever. It's just I think based. I didn't go into details. I think they don't do that. They just follow whatever was the previous closing price.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, so this is about synthetics and my fund associated with synthetics. And I wanted to cover one more thing. Forgetting what that was. Any questions on this before I think of
లేదు సార్,
something else?
I think I got it. Maybe I'll summarize whatever I
See,
understood.
investing in this fund is simple, right? So I can, like, for example, I can say invest, right? So I have 6,000 balance in my SUSD in the wallet. Yeah.
So
I want to invest 50% of that. So gas is now high enough, high $54.
so just as another web,
You are breaking
web3.
up.
So this is another web 3.0 app కదా సార్? Are you able to hear me?
Hello.
Sir, sir, hello.
Yeah.
Now internet, I think my internet is little up and down, but yeah.
Okay.
So but yeah, ఇది కూడా web 3.0 యాప్ కదా, జస్ట్ కనెక్ట్ ద వాలెట్ అండ్ దెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఇన్వెస్ట్.
Correct. Yeah, you connect to the wallet and invest.
That's
Correct.
it.
But you have to have SUSD in your wallet. And then what I wanted to cover was basically what are the others available. I wanted to cover a little bit on DHedge protocol. Okay. So let's go to DHedge as a concept. So DHedge protocol is basically helping you to create your own ETF kind of thing, right? So you can create your own ETF. Fund managers can create ETF, and you can create your own ETF also if you want to. And so what they do is all the ETFs that are created on this protocol, they are tracking by performance, right? So this guy created something. He I think he has been there for long enough. He's showing 52% return. This guy has 1.02 million invested in his fund. He got 92% return. This guy had bumper return, 279%, right? And so what they do is
పేరు కూడా బలి పెట్టినాడు, జెసీ లివర్మోర్ అంట పేరు.
yeah. So what DHedge does is it is actually tracking all these funds created by different people, right? And they are giving them points. So they pick top 200 funds and they create they have a utility token of their own called DTH. So based on your investment, based on the fund manager's performance, they are actually giving those tokens as rewards for people who create the fund, for people who buy the fund. So they have a utility token which you get as reward for investing in any of the funds in the top 200.
Okay.
So they created a utility token which is also building value. On top of that, they pick the top 10 funds based on their criteria of, these are the top 10. You have the rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right?
This is based on
So
performance, or this is based on volume?
yeah, they have this criteria, right? They have the performance and yield, and total value and risk. So they have got all kinds of criteria,
Okay,
right?
it's a summation
So
of all
this
these
guy,
criteria anadi.
yeah, and then they have something more. If you go through the white paper, you will understand that this guy is charging 25%, 20% fee. This guy is charging 5. Some are charging nothing. That means this guy is put his own money. Okay, but you can also join his pool if you want, right? But what they do is they take the top 10 funds and create a fund of funds called DTOP. Okay,
Okay.
so that means they are trying to leverage based on the best funds, create their own token called DTOP, right? And if you go to the Explorer and look
So
for the
this is a
DTOP,
ETF on top of ETF.
correct, ETF of ETFs.
Yeah.
So this is the DTOP index, right? So people have already invested $2.6 million on the DTOP, and they are taking 10% fee, right?
Okay.
So they created a way to monetize this whole protocol, right? On top of that, for investing in this, you will also get DTH, their token,
Yeah.
right?
Irrespective of whether you do it in DTOP or whether you do it in any fund. I could be doing it in your me fund lo kuda petundachchu.
Yeah,
And
any fund, on DTOP. If you are a very conservative guy, you don't want to take risk of investing in a specific fund.
Yeah.
You go to DTOP and invest in DTOP, right? DTOP is at minus 33%, whereas some of those individuals are at 200%, right? This is how ETF of ETFs, you are averaging. So,
Yeah.
so you don't get that much of a return. So you are minimizing the risk. Okay.
Yep.
So they have figured a way of not only monetizing but also tokenized uh, tokenized their protocol and building value for that protocol, right? So you can just own the DTH token or get DTH token as a reward and continue earning DTH token by investing in this fund, and is all operating on the Synthetics exchange. So they have democratized hedge fund or ETF business,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's what it looks like. Amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, then summary. So if we are done with topics, I'll just summarize, sir, so that I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
So my
Yeah.
అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఆఫ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఏంటంటే తెలుగులో మాట్లాడతాను. సింథటిక్స్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు
Okay.
సింథటిక్స్ కనెక్ట్ చేసుకొని సింథటిక్స్ని మనం స్టేక్ చేస్తాం. సో స్టేక్ చేసినప్పుడు సింథటిక్స్ స్టేక్ చేయటం అంటే 2 ways ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి గవర్నెన్స్ ద్వారా స్టేక్ చేయటం, లేదా మింటింగ్ ద్వారా స్టేక్ చేయటం. సో
Yeah.
సో మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసింది మింటింగ్ ద్వారా స్టేక్ చేయటం అనేది. మనం స్టేక్ చేసినప్పుడు మింట్ చేస్తే మింట్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు షార్ట్ పొజిషన్. సో ఏం షార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం సింథటిక్స్లో, ఏం షార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం అంటే సింథటిక్స్ యొక్క ఎకో సిస్టమ్ని, సింథటిక్స్ యొక్క మొత్తం ఎసెట్స్ని మనం వాటన్నిటికీ అగెయిన్స్ట్గా షార్ట్లో ఉంటున్నాం. లేమన్ టర్మ్స్ చెప్పాలంటే సింథటిక్ ఎసెట్స్ పెరిగితే మనం నష్టపోతాం స్టేక్ చేసినప్పుడు. సో అలా అవ్వకూడదు అంటే మనం స్టేక్ చేసిన వెంటనే ఎస్యూఎస్డి వస్తుంది. సో ఎస్యూఎస్డి వచ్చి మార్కెట్ ఎటు వెళ్ళకపోతే, మార్కెట్ ఎక్కడ ఉందో అక్కడే ఉంటే వీఆర్ ఇన్ గుడ్ షేప్. మార్కెట్ కొంచెం కింద పడినా వీఆర్ ఇన్ గుడ్ షేప్. సో ఇట్స్ మోర్ లైక్ సెల్లింగ్ ఏ కాల్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్ ఇది. సో సెల్లింగ్ ఏ నేకెడ్ కాల్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్. సో వేర్ ఐదర్ ఏం అవ్వకపోతే యూ మేక్ మనీ, ఆర్ మార్కెట్ కింద పడితే యూ మేక్ మనీ. సో వెన్ మార్కెట్ పైకి వెళ్తే మాత్రం, బికాజ్ యూ ఆర్ ఎ నేకెడ్ కాల్ పొజిషన్, యూ ఆర్ ఇన్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఆ లాస్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ లాస్ వచ్చేసి ఎస్యూఎస్డి మీద మనకు పడిపోతూ ఉంటుంది, మనం డబ్బులు పడిపోతుంటాయి. సో అంటే నాకు తెలిసి మన ఫండ్స్ పెరుగుతాయి కదా సార్, అది డెట్ పెరుగుతుంది. సో మనం అప్పు తీసుకున్న, మనం 25,000 అప్పు తీసుకుంటే అది 50,000 అవుతుంది మార్కెట్ పెరిగిన రోజు. సో మనం ఎక్స్ట్రా
డబుల్ అయితే,
సో ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ లైక్ నేకెడ్ కాల్ ఇది. సో ఇట్స్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ లైక్ సెల్లింగ్ ఏ నేకెడ్ కాల్. సో అండ్ ఇట్ కుడ్ బి ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్లీ పెయిన్ఫుల్. మార్కెట్ బాగా పైకి వెళ్ళిపోతే మనకి చాలా కష్టం అవుతుంది టు గెట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద పొజిషన్. సో instead of
Unless you have wisely invested
yeah,
that
yeah,
SUSD.
unless you have taken that SUSD that is in your wallet and put it in DTOP or your fund or something in DHedge. Either you could be smart enough to do it in synthetics లోనే చేసేసేయచ్చు. మనంతరం మన
Or you can go and buy regular Ether or Bitcoin also using
I
that.
mean you S Ether SB, you are saying those things, right?
Yeah, SUSD can be used on any decentralized exchange to buy other assets also.
By other direct
Non-synthetic assets also.
నాన్ సింథటిక్స్ కూడా కొనుక్కోవచ్చా? ఓకే.
Yeah, because it's all available on decentralized exchanges too.
Okay. So at that point of time, it is like exchanging Binance to BTC, Binance to ETH. SUSD is
Right.
just another asset.
Another ERC20 token, yeah, like a stable coin.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I think ఇది అంతా అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి చాలా
Yeah,
time
so the
పట్టేసింది.
key point you missed is your SNX you staked is earning 25% reward.
Right. Yeah.
That is the net gain. for you.
Right. Yeah. Because of taking the risk. Because you are taking the risk. It's exactly like selling a naked call. Nothing happens.
Correct.
You are happy. You make money because time వెళ్ళిపోయింది, ఏం జరగలేదు మార్కెట్లో, you make money. And you are మనం పెట్టిన SNX makes money as time goes. Whatever happens to the market, it keeps making money. The only thing is whether how much money you make is worth the risk అనేది క్వశ్చన్ అక్కడ.
Correct.
So to hedge that, you are using DHedge.
Correct. That's correct. Yeah. And if SNX, you buy SNX at a good price, and if SNX also does well with the market, you are not only gaining an SNX position, but on the 25% reward you are getting also is earning you, that appreciation, right?
Yeah.
So if everything is going up, the returns will be phenomenal. If things are going down, obviously, you will hang on to your SNX tokens, but actually you'll make money on the debt side.
Yeah. So this is ఒక విధంగా చెప్పాలంటే this is again like a delta neutral options లో delta neutral strategy అంటాం. So you are putting you're on both sides of the coin. కిందకి వెళ్ళినా you will make money, పైకి వెళ్ళినా you will make money. So that is how it seems like.
Correct. In a way, yeah, to some extent, that's correct. Yeah. So that's that's why Synthetix, because it's operating on the Ethereum network, every DeFi is available to that. SUSD is a token with which behaves like any other stable coin. You can go DeFi with it wherever, right? So that is the advantage.
Okay. ఎంత పెట్టచ్చు అంటే జనరల్గా డాలర్ కాస్ట్ యావరేజ్ చేస్తాం సార్, కానీ ఎంత జనరల్గా ఇప్పుడు ఈరోజు పడింది కదా SNX, లైక్ పడుతుంది కదా మార్కెట్? సో
మార్కెట్ has been down, so good time to, like I said, my fund also you're seeing it went down, right?
Yeah.
So everything is market. Yeah, let me see where we are in terms of SNX today. SNX. Yeah, it stabilized at 8.25. So not bad. But SNX will come up. As the market moves, SNX will definitely move up. And it was there, last week, 2 weeks back, it was at 12 something, right? So it should come back to 12 easily. And if you go, and it was at the peak, it was at 20 something.
Yeah, SNX,
so,
I wish SNX, $8, it's good.
It's a good price for SNX, yeah. Anyway, now there is so many available, right? Everything is at a good price today. If you look at.
Yeah, but SNX and Uniswap probably are some things we must have skills, Ravi. SNX and Uniswap and Chainlink. They're all connected to each other in different ways.
Right. So you looked at DHedge, right? There's also a token set protocol where you can create similar concept, but not on the Synthetix. But in the token sets, you can pick up any ERC20 token and construct your own ETF.
Okay.
So that's another way to do it.
మినిమం ఎంత పెట్టాలి
But
సార్?
there the gas
డిహెచ్లో ఎంత పెట్టాలి సార్ మినిమం?
DH can be anything. It's just even $1 you can put. But the gas cost is at minimum $50 ఉంది కదా ఇప్పుడు.
No, no,
But
no.
when I did last 2 weeks ago, I was able to do it for $20, right? So
ఓకే.
you can do $100, $200, whatever. There's no minimum there. It just. But when you are exiting, you have to do it for long term, because when you are exiting, you get charged gas price 5 times.
ఓ
5 or 6, yeah, because you get 6 different tokens. You get all my 5 plus
ఓకే.
if I have SUSD balance. I have 6 tokens in my
ఓకే.
fund, right?
దట్ ఈస్ ద
You'll get all 6.
యా ఐ వాజ్ యాక్చువల్లీ థింకింగ్ బ్యాక్ ఆఫ్ మై మైండ్. టిక తివారీ పెట్టిన అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, మీరు చెప్పినవి అన్నీ ఒక 100 వాటిలో పెడితే ఏమవుతుందని నేను ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను. 100 వాటిలో పెడితే 100 ఇంటూ గ్యాస్ ఫీజు 5,000 పడుతుంది.
100 into 50. 100 into 50.
Yeah.
That is why you have to invest some decent sum and then not keep taking out every day, right? You invest and forget about for 1 year or something.
100 అసెట్స్ ఉంటే దాని నుంచి బయటికి రావాలంటే 5,000 పే చేయాలి.
Yeah, that's correct. That is the problem.
ఓకే.
But there are ways to beat that. When let's say if my fund is picking up momentum, right? I can actually create liquidity on Uniswap for my fund. So when I do that, if I do that, then you can simply swap. If I create a pair, my token with ETH or SUSD or USDC pair, you can go and simply swap it. But I cannot do it until I have enough volume, right? Enough investment in my fund. Let's say my fund grows to $1 million.
Okay.
Then I can provide liquidity. So that's how the DPI is, right? You know DPI, right?
Right.
DPI is created using token set. The DPI already people have invested more than $5 million or higher than that. So they provide liquidity of DPI on decentralized exchange.
Okay.
So you don't have to go through individually paying gas fee.
Okay, for exiting.
Yeah.
Or entering.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Entering, generally you don't have to pay multiple gas fee because you are entering with just one. You are contributing one token, right?
Okay.
And only at the time of exit you get the composition.
Okay. అప్పుడు కూడా అలాగే చేయొచ్చు కదా సార్? అంటే ఒక ప్రాబ్లీ దే ఇంటర్నల్లీ హ్యావ్ టు సెల్.
లిక్విడిటీ కావాలి కదా because otherwise I have to sell in the fund, right? I have to pay gas fee anyway.
Okay.
So
Yeah, got it.
somebody has to pay.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. But when you are investing with that token, and I am not immediately investing, right? I am still keeping it in SUSD for some time. I will invest that only when I want to.
Oh.
So I'm not paying, I'm aggregating all of that. If 10 people put in SUSD, when it hits some big number, that's when I distribute.
Okay, you're not buying right away. It's not automatically, you're not buying automatically.
That is not automatic. That's why there is management involved. So this fund is actively managed.
Oh.
I will allocate.
So it's not really ETF. It is looks like ETF, but
Yeah,
not
it's
ETF.
like an ETF, but actively managed.
Okay.
ETF is just analogy. It's not exactly ETF.
Yeah,
right?
okay. Yeah, I mean, because ETF is passive, passively managed stuff.
Correct.
This
So
is
this is
actively
actively managed.
So what you're showing is only a description of what you're doing, not really algorithmically controlled stuff. It is like
No,
it's only
I can do it if I want, but I have to use those those tools, like for example 3Commas or some such tools who will do automatic trading. I have to do, but then you're losing control, right? I mean, it will automatically rebalance, and there may be tax issues associated with that. So I'm trying to minimize the tax issues. I will not really sell. I will only add. That's why I'm keeping 5% in SUSD, and I will keep using that to buy with something that went down.
So
I will not sell anything.
సార్ ఒక క్వశ్చన్. సో లెట్స్ సే మనుషులు కొన్నారు, మీ కాయిన్ ఒకటి కొన్నప్పుడు డబ్బులు యూ హ్యావ్ లైక్ 100K or 200K సిట్టింగ్ ఇన్ యువర్ స్టఫ్. But for some reason you thought market will go down and you'll buy it, but then actually market did the opposite and went up by 20%. అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారు సార్ మరి? Then you're in a tough spot, right? Like because you didn't.
No, then my fund performance goes down, right? If I don't do the right thing, my fund performance goes down and my rank goes down.
That So if you don't do the right thing ante, but you at some point you'll be forced to buy it, right?
Forced to buy what?
Buy BT, whatever you said you'll buy it. Don't you have?
No, I'm not forced. It's completely in my hands. I can keep all the money in SUSD also.
Oh, okay, okay. Hmm.
So it's completely in the fund manager's hands.
Okay.
I can invest. I don't need to invest. I
Mar
can.
what?
If I don't invest, how will I get the return? If I leave it in SUSD, it'll always be SUSD, $1, right?
So whatever money you have, how you are managing is will be transparent through DHedge, right?
Correct. You can see how I am doing. You can see all my transactions too. For example,
Okay, okay.
if you go to my
So even
uh,
if I buy it, it is still into your discretion when to buy. And but at least I
correct,
have transparency to see when you're buying, when you're not buying.
correct. So you can see everything. On top of that, where is my this is the
Yeah.
D hedge, right? Yeah. So this is if I go to export and find my fund. Yeah. Okay. So here you can see all my transactions also. You can see who are all the investors, my statistics, my activity, right? What all I did. You can see all my transactions, what all I did, which day, when, what. And then when you invest your SUSD, you get a token called uh, SDHT or something like that. That sits in your wallet. So that's like placeholder. You get a DH token. If you invest 1,000 SUSD, you will get 1,000 whatever DHT tokens. You will see in your wallet. Right?
Okay.
So
Adendek sir adi. Why do we need that? What is a
that's how you know you invested in that fund, right? Because your money you gave me SUSD, but you have to have it's a self custody, right? So how do you still have custody of your asset?
mm,
You are not giving me the money, you are only giving to the smart contract, right?
mm.
So the smart contract knows by your equivalent pool token. It's like a pool token. When you take, you get a pool token, right?
సో పూల్ టోకెన్ నాకైతే ఇప్పుడు దాకా ఏం రాలేదు మరి పూల్ టోకెన్స్ ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్
Yeah,
నాకు
pool
కొత్త.
token of when you invest in any pool, you get a pool token.
ఓకే నేను ఎప్పుడు చూడలేదు సార్. ఓకే ఐ లుక్ ఇంటూ ఇట్.
Yeah. So that pool token is like a placeholder which tells you that you have invested in that pool, which is that number matches with how much you invest. So when you are withdrawing, that pool token is swapped for your whatever you get back, right?
ఓకే.
So yeah, that's how it is. It works.
Awesome, sir. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I think yeah, we hit 1 hour. It was good
Yeah.
listen. మొత్తం అర్థమైంది చేయాలి బట్ ఇది అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి చాలా టైం పడుతుంది. మామూలుగా మీరు చెప్పుండకపోయింటే బట్ ఐ గాట్ ద హోల్ థింగ్ నౌ. సో ఐ జస్ట్ హ్యాడ్
Yeah,
టు
you
డూ
have to
ఇట్.
do a little more research to understand all of this. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think
So
it's
I'm also
straightforward.
creating token sets. I'm creating multiple funds, not just one, right? On
Mm.
synthetics, on the D head, there's a limitation because they only have only certain assets available in synthetic form, right? Not everything is available. So I'm going to token sets. The problem is on token sets, the gas fees are very high right now. So I'm trying to solve that problem by going to Polygon. So I'm doing on Polygon because token sets is available on Polygon also.
Okay.
And I'm going to create multiple funds there, not just one. So the criteria will be one is like you have seen top five blockchain. Then there will be another which is DeFi, like DPI, and there will be one very what I call Genie. Genie means general index. So I'll pick top the 20 I think are the right ones, right? And then there will be very risky emerging technology tokens, right?
That will be
So I'll
interesting.
be creating five or six different funds. The same concept. I'll be actively managing all of them. And I'll take 5% performance fee. So there will be a lot of multiple token sets that I'll be releasing. So
Nice. Awesome, sir. Yeah, it's awesome.
Sir, I have one question on the tax. Like, I mean, so all these transactions, every transaction we need to report when we file the tax, right? So does Synthetics or like DH, any of those give apart from the transaction history?
no, you won't get any 1099 kind of thing from decentralized protocols. What you have to do is you have to buy a tax software like I use what is called Coinly, Koinly. Okay, so there are multiple coin tracker or there are
Yeah,
so
Zen
many
Ledger లాంటిది
things
కదా
like
సార్.
that. Yeah, generally. Yeah. So when you get that software, you connect all your wallets to that.
Okay.
So that will download all your transactions,
Yeah, so
including
for
what yours.
Zen Ledger, we were not able to connect to decentralized exchange. I think we had to download the transactions. So
Okay. Yeah.
last time we
Coinly is is the one of the best top 5 out there because they also support multi-currency, multi-country, and multiple tokens, multiple exchanges. You can connect to exchanges, you can connect to private wallets and all combinations.
okay.
So that's actually once you get that, it actually helps you as a portfolio manager also because you can see everything in one place, what you have currently. Otherwise, you have in 10 different wallets and exchanges and all that. It becomes messy, right? You don't know how much you have where. So,
So you keep all your decentralized exchanges linked to that Coinly, and you
yeah, everything is connected to Coinly, including my exchanges like Coinbase and Binance US, as well as Celsius, Nexo, those kind of crypto banks.
cool. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all right for
Yeah,
today.
that should be good, sir. Thank you so much. Chala, I mean, you saved us
Yeah.
probably few tens of hours about this session. I mean, it's hard to understand without some mentoring.
Yeah. So I have not been talking much about it because of high gas costs, right? Even for synthetic staking,
Yeah.
every week when you claim, you will incur some gas cost.
Yeah.
But it is still worth it because the other option available if you own synthetics is depositing with Celsius. Celsius pays 14%, and here you get 25%, right? Of course, you are taking some risk on the SUSD value, I mean, number debt going up or down. But if you manage that part as I suggested, you are getting 25% return compared to what you're getting, 14% from Celsius.
Got it.
So there is a pain, but you have to go through that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting to, I mean, ఎలా చేస్తున్నారు అని తెలుసుకోవడం is main thing. I mean, technology అయినా కానీ
Yeah, that knowledge is power, right? In today's world, particularly with crypto, 99.9% of the people don't know what it is, don't understand what it is, don't have interest in understanding as well.
I'm
So,
pretty sure జాబ్ మార్కెట్లో కూడా ఇఫ్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ అని చేసిన తర్వాత కూడా పీపుల్ మే నీడ్ ఆల్ దిస్ డొమైన్ నాలెడ్జ్ టు డూ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఆల్సో.
correct.
So
Yeah.
I see a lot of value there.
So the more you know, the more you are ahead of
Yeah.
others, right? So, okay. Take care.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I'll send out the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Bye bye.